The city eyes, it's time to vote God. My God, a real nigga, cause he wasn't no flaw. Posted on the corner like a watchdog. Family secure, got that shotty in the closet by the mob ball. Fuck what they heard, but tell them it's all true. Be cautious, that foundation falls till you fall through. They gon' fall. Look, I keep this shit 50 times 2. Ain't no more heart in this game, I'm John Q. Colder than the avalanche, way above average. Fence taste sweet, told him make me an apple tree. Left us in the valley full of bones, this where hope found. Child become a man, dark sands get broke down. Riding through Evanston with Mark Quad, telling me how the crackers turn his childhood to a ghost town. Focus up, nigga, I lay that game down. I feel his pain, cause nothing is the same now. Let my light shine like heaven through a rain cloud. Glock have a fit like my child, no tangent. Try to warn them niggas, we bear arms like tarantulas. Them mother niggas rap, I make anthems. I really see prophets under this banner. Make my enemies bow down on camera. Told my design I wanted black and white like a panda. I'm better than that nigga that sunk dirty Diana. Look, I move like a Brazilian, precious cargo, spirit ancient, but I got a new semi-auto. Wave that bitch around like where's Wardo. Sleep if they won't, I cut through they Z's like I'm Zorro. Pay me for his name, so I gotta keep that steel clutch. Trust me, I'm not what you think. I squeeze till it click like Dorothy when the heels touch. The world got me dumb, I don't feel much. Ride around with Yara, just left the state bridge. Looking for a bitch better than Baby's kid. Remember I dropped Quiet Storm, I've been gone ever since. Still in the field, fuck them niggas on the fence,
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a door. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a door. Payback is a door.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. and sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Back row.
This shit gon' ride.
You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying at that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and just know my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it do for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on this war in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this war in my whole life. My whole it's life. So melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home and change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fancy on her face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Tahoe Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Liners in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't. The streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the score in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this world in my whole life, my whole life.
Good.
Come.
Good. Well, Most High in Christ. Let's clap it up. Get a Lord a hand. Once again, we're the I.S.U.P.K, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under Command and Junior YAHANNA.
Right.
We are not affiliated with anyone. If you're not in the I.S.U.P.K, you are not in the truth.
That's right.
Tonight is the biblical law class where we go into our records and we break down what allows us to win throughout the earth. The topic or the discussion we want to get into tonight is the law is how we win. The law is how we win, meaning like what we do matters when it comes to Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. How we carry ourselves matter. You know what I'm saying? From the minute that we wake up to the minute that you close your eyes, everything that you do matters, right? The minute you feel like, or you had a thought that comes into your mind, like whatever you do, the Lord, it doesn't matter to the Lord. That's when you're on the verge of taking a what? A L. You understand? So tonight we're gonna get into the topic, and just like across the world, across the nation, all the classes that we're going to teach in the I.S.U.P.K, we're going to go into the topic of law class. You know what I'm saying? The Bible is not a feel-good book, man. You don't read the Bible and be like the Christians do. I get a good warm and fuzzy from the topics that are in the Bible, or the stories, or the scriptures that are in the scriptures that are in the Bible. You read the scriptures, and what you should understand is it's a historical and cultural record in the relationship of a particular people and God. You understand? It shows like a historical record and a cultural record how a particular people were with the Most High power. That's what the Bible is. It's not about it's not like the Christian church. The Christian church would take the Bible and turn it into a fairy tale, have you picking up Easter eggs, to have you setting up Christmas trees in your home, have you be around child molesters and not saying anything. All those things are fairy tales, and all those things cause a destruction to the Black people, Hispanic and Native Indian people. You understand? Furthermore, what we seeing now that people are actually beginning to read the Bible, you seeing things that are open up on a whole nother level now. People are beginning to asking questions about what is the truth all over again.
Right.
People are beginning to ask like what is it about the truth that people are saying? What is it about this truth? 5, 6 years ago, Brothers on the Truth in the I.S.U.P.K, the only school that has the authority to teach these scriptures according to what's actually in the Bible, that one body was on the corner saying that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. As Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, we are all one people and we should come back. We were the only ones on the corner saying that, right? And guess what they used to say about us? I don't know what them boys out there crazy. I don't know who they are. They standing out, they got all that glitter. They down there looking like Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? Right. They loud, they obnoxious, they so masculine, right? They so strong looking. Why do they look so mean? What is it that they doing that would have them to stand in the world like this today? You understand? But now you look around the earth. Now our people are beginning to see why Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men need to be masculine. Why we need to be so obnoxious. Why we have to be so strong and front forward. Because if not, the word that we live in will turn a brother out. The word that we live in will turn a sister out. So without God, law, statutes, and commandments, we get turned out, and getting turned out, you'll take a L. You understand? Tonight's class is going to be how we win. The law, statutes, and commandments is how we win. That's how we do it. If every other thing that we done tried does not work, right. We've seen it. But now we've seen that, guess what? If you happen to mention that, guess what? That Black Hispanics or Native Indians cannot be anti-Semitic, you may get your television channel cut off. They may cut your YouTube. You may lose monetization. And guess what? Everybody else on the earth loves to be everything else. They love us. They love for us to be everything else, Bunker, y'all. They love for you to be Christians. They love for you to be Muslims. They love for you to be atheists. They love for you to be Buddhists. Right. They love for you to be tree huggers. They love for you to be 7-day Adventists. They love for us to get wrapped up in different religions and different ideologies throughout the earth. But the one thing that they don't want us to get immersed in is us loving each other and knowing who we are as Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, which are Israelites according to the scriptures. Right. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why is it that we could be anything else on earth, but when it comes to being God's chosen people, y'all can't be that. You can be an atheist and won't nobody try to stop you or convince you from being an atheist. You can be a dope dealer in your family, and guess what? Your entire family will know you move narcotics, and they'll still invite you to Thanksgiving. They'll still invite you for Christmas. You mess around and tell them you're an Israelite and you don't believe in it, then guess what? You're the bad guy. You're the bad girl all of a sudden because you actually sit down and read what the Lord said. Why is that? Because as Black, Hispanics, Native Indian, we've always been taught it's for us to take the low road. You go into Mormonism, they tell us that your skin is a curse. They tell you that you're ham. You go into Christianity, they tell you in Christianity it doesn't matter what you are, just come as you are. But how can we be judged and get into the kingdom if it doesn't matter what you do? Come on, Bunky, y'all. Salaki, brother. You about to say something?
No, Salaki, sir. That's a very interesting question that you pose because it changes everything. It changes the narrative. Mm-hmm. Once you come into the understanding of your true identity, it will offset society into the proper way it's supposed to be.
Facts.
Salaki.
Mm-hmm. You study Christianity, and you see how much it goes against the Bible. You really break down Christianity. Like, really take your time out. Listen, y'all go search these scriptures out for yourself. The I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. That's a fact. Right. But if you want to go out here and just you listen to these classes, you go in there and read these scriptures for yourself, and you tell me what do you find. You go look for it. What will you find? I'm telling you what I found. I found that we are the greatest people that's on the face of the earth. That's what I found. And I also found that every Christian church is the house of Satan. Somebody gonna say, why are you gonna say that? Because they're not teaching the truth. You understand? They teach us we can be everything but the actual people that are in the Bible, man. They tell us everything except for that, man. They tell us the truth, then guess what? We'll begin to win. Right. That's where it go on. When Black, Hispanics, Native Indian people come together, it's on then. They cannot stop you if Black, Hispanics, Native Indians come together. We cannot be, is this mic working? Put me a 1 in the chat if y'all listen to me. If we come together as Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we cannot lose. We can't lose. You understand? Our problem is we seek love from the other nations. Right. We seek love from the Chinaman. We seek love from the oppressor. We seek love from the African. We seek love from all the other nations that's on the face of the earth. But we never really understand how to show each other love. Why is that? And I'm gonna break it down so we understand it. Then we're gonna get into these topics and these scriptures, Lord, with them. I just want to give y'all food for thought before we jump into it, so we can understand what it takes to really win. What it takes to really win. The law is how we win, right? We're going back into it, but we don't show each other love. And I'm gonna give you this right here. Who is Michael Jordan? Who is Michael Jordan, Bug? So somebody type in the chat box. Tell me who is Michael Jordan. Who is Michael Jordan? Or who do y'all consider Michael Jordan to be? They all saying everybody give me.
Come on, concert.
So who is Michael Jordan? Somebody riddle me that. Who is Michael Jordan in the earth? Anybody saying anything? This is gonna be a very interactive class tonight because I you know what I'm saying, I got my, this ain't LaFrog, but it'll do. No, it's not LaFrog, but it'll do. So who is Michael Jordan to Black, Hispanics, Native Indians? What are they saying? Nobody saying?
Nobody saying anything.
Come on, what you got, brother?
Well, in the world, you know, we look at Michael Jordan like he's the GOAT, you know, the greatest of all time, you know. When I was coming up, they had that commercial, wanna be like Mike, and everybody wanted to be like Mike.
Okay, well who is Shaquille O'Neal?
He said he the GOAT too.
Who is LeBron James?
He claimed to be the GOAT too, sir.
Oh man, what about Kobe Bryant?
He a lot of people will argue that he was the greatest of all time with respect to the basketball arena. And this is something that we do as Black people, as Hispanics, Native Indians. Who was Messi? Who was Messi? Soccer player. Soccer
right?
player. Come on.
What about what's my other? Hold on, Salaki. Let me take this.
Pele.
Mm-hmm.
And that's such a heavy point. You know, with respect to the athletes, we look at the athletes as our leaders. We look at the athletes as if they're going to fix our problems. You know, we look to the athletes to be the leaders of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Go ahead.
You know, you know, if you're just tuning in, we the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, man, under commanding General YAHANNA. And right now we got Officer Zion Allah teaching at the helm. Most High Christ. Most High Christ. Check. Priest and officer of 1,000 Bankaya holding it down for officer of 5,000 Zion Allah. And what Officer Zion was saying, man, he's getting into a real heavy topic with respect to the way that we win as a nation of people. You know, we've tried everything. We've given our love to the Christian church. We're still striving, giving our love to America. My brother, Officer Ayathon, taught a hell of a class last night, and he highlighted the fact that brothers and sisters, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are wasting their time. First of all, they're being forced to join Esau's military, but wasting our time investing in America, believing in the government, believing in the Constitution, believing in all these things as if they're going to somehow save us from the hells that we live in, the hells that we come from. That's the reason why brothers go into the military or to the armed services, is because they're trying to escape hell. But in retrospect, coming into the knowledge of the truth, as far as understanding who you are and the expectation that the Most High Power has for you, you have to realize that the way that we win is through keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments, man. That is the only way, point blank, period. There is no other way. And for a long time, you know, brothers will wrestle with the idea of just trying to hold on and get right. You know, you're putting off today for tomorrow. You're thinking that you have an opportunity. You'll have an opportunity in the future to get your life right. You're thinking that you got time. But the Bible talks about Christ returning as a thief in the night, man. You know, nobody's preparing for that outside of the school, outside of the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. And we're preparing the students that are in this school. We're preparing you for the end times. We are in those end times, you know. Salakia. You know, but the brother Salakia, the Ottawan was going into some very heavy monologue with respect to who Michael Jordan is. You know, to me, he's just a nigga that run fast and jump high and earn trinkets from Esau. You know, I don't even know how many rings Jordan got. 6? How many rings he got? 6 rings? Ain't no telling. I don't know. Won't keep up with that sort of thing. You know, but if you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, you got to understand that by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments, man, not the way that the church teaches. All they emphasize is the Big 10. You know, they really reduce God's laws. to something that is of no effect. And they don't keep any of the laws in the Christian church. You're not taught about the things that are going to keep you safe, from imminent destruction. You're not taught about iniquity, as far as sin being the transgression of the law. You're not taught that in the church. You're taught that the laws are done away with. You're taught that the laws are nailed to the cross. They were nailed to the cross with Christ. Jesus paid it all, and so you don't feel like you have to do anything. You just got to show up. Every morning you wake up, you saved and covered. You saved by the blood. And you got grace. We don't even understand the etymology or the concept of these words, these terms. Salaki, I'm gonna pass the class over to priest and officer 5000 Zion Ya'Allah.
Oh, you switched up on me. Most High in Christ. Salaki, I had to step out for a minute, man. I'm telling you, this work never stops. Never stops. All right. So what I would say, what was that? Michael Jordan.
Right, come, sir.
So we said Michael Jordan, right? LeBron James,
right?
Kyrie Irving, Shaquille O'Neal. All these people will be considered to be what? Great basketball players.
Come on. We got some responses in the chat.
What we got?
Sister Kalaya Pa says best basketball player.
Okay.
Sister Yakara says Salakia. They are icons, idols. Mm-hmm. Good night.
Go ahead. She on it.
Brother, right. Trooper or Warrior Allah says Salakia, sir, an idol.
Uh-huh.
And then we got Imani's Luxury.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just checking in. Sister Summer Robinson checking in.
All of y'all are right, but let's break it down. What we have to begin to see, we see brothers and these are brothers. These are Israelite. These are your brothers and your sisters that we consider to be great sports players, right? But the other nations praise them. But you see what we do? We contend with one another to say, no, he's the better basketball player. Right. He's the better basketball player. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? When you say Jeremy Lin, them Chinese people ain't trying to see who's better between them. Because it's only one of them. Huh? It's only one of them. When you talk about Mutombo or whatever, he may be in the line somewhere. But guess what? Ain't no other African trying to be the next Mutombo. Y'all get what I'm saying? When we talk about excelling in the earth, it comes from you, Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. That's what I'm saying. So we contend about things that don't even matter because we're all great. Every Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian that come from this bloodline that's in this Bible as Israelites, the Lord's chosen people, guess what? We all have gifts. We all have great things that about us. And guess what? Because we contend with each other all the damn time, we don't even praise and honor each other like that, man. Like we everybody know the Michael Jordan that's in your neighborhood. I guarantee it. I guarantee everybody that I know that knows somebody that played basketball like Michael Jordan. Look on YouTube right now. There are tons of stories of brothers who they say, man, he played just like Michael Jordan. The oppressor knows that, right? And this is what he does. He puts them people up in front of us, and all we do is contend with one another. Well, that's all we do is contend with one another. Right. But let me ask you a question. When you talk about the oppressor, they got millionaires and billionaires that ain't shot a basketball not one day in their life, but you will never know about them. Why? Because they always want us contending with each other, man. We seek love from the other nations because our people won't show love. You get what I'm saying? Oh, you just play basketball. How many Jennifer Hudsons do you know? Oh, I can sing better than her. I just got a drug addiction. Right. I can sing. I can rap better than Jay-Z. I just feel short. That's the truth. That's us. That's the flavor of Israel. But guess what? Nobody else has that. When you talk about our Hispanic cuisine, you see how many people trying to imitate that? Why is that? Why is it? What is it about Spanish cuisine? Am I saying that word right? Cuisine, right? What is it about that food that makes so many people try to emulate it? I seen the oppressor the other day talking about he makes the best burritos. I'm like, how? You make the best enchiladas. How and where? How do you do it? Only thing you're doing, if you're taking somebody's recipe and you turn it into your own. That's what you've done. You talking about you the best rapper. How are you the best rapper, Eminem? But all you did was imitate all the rappers that came before you. How? We take our culture and we beat each other down with it and we sell it to everybody else, man. That's how the world looks at us, man. So if black people gonna ever get out of the hole that we living in, it's gonna start with us learning how to be brothers and sisters and loving each other and keeping the law, statutes, and commandments first. You understand? So everybody twab on that, right? Let me get the book of John 8:32, Bible Kashaw. Y'all got any questions about anything I just said? Y'all can drop it in the chat and I'll get to it, Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna break down these scriptures tonight according to the law. And the topic for the night was the law is how you win. All right. You can read it when you got it.
Come, the book of John, chapter 8, verse 32.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The truth shall what?
Make you free.
And ye, what is ye? And you, right? And you should know the truth, and the truth shall what?
Make you free.
This truth would set you free, right? That's what this scripture says, right? Everybody see that, right? This truth will set you free. But what is the problem with this scripture right here? Why is this a problem to the earth? As Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, if you knew the truth, it says, and you, meaning the Lord's chosen people, right? You should know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. Why is this a problem in the earth? Oh, Salaki, let's do this first then. Somebody tell me, what is the problem with this as Black? Why is this a problem for Black, Hispanics, Native Indians? What's the problem with us knowing the truth? Come on. Come on, let's go. I mean, if y'all online, I'm telling you, it's gonna be very interactive. I told you I'm sipping my one of my favorites. Yeah. Nah, it ain't Le Frog, but it, Come on. So somebody tell me, what is it about this right here that would be a problem to the earth? What is it?
Salaki, I don't want if I may.
Mm-hmm.
So with respect to us, it says, and ye shall know the truth.
Come on.
So that word shall, I looked it up according to Merriam-Webster. It says used to express what is inevitable or seems likely to happen in the future, meaning that this is Christ speaking, and he's prophesying that so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, in conjunction with the rest of the world, will know the truth. And we know the thing about the truth is absolute. Truth is devoid of falsehood,
Yeah.
Truth is definitive. Truth is what is real. The problem with this is that we don't know what's real as being Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians living in contemporary times or modern times, because we're celebrating Christmas. We don't know. We teach our children to believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and Cupid and leprechauns and all that crap. And there's no truth in that.
Right.
We don't know about Hanukkah.
True.
We were never taught that in the Christian church. We weren't taught about keeping the Passover. We went to Easter. We had an Easter service. We kept watch night service on New Year's. You know what I mean? So, when it comes down to us knowing the truth, the time is now, first and foremost. This is Christ speaking. He's prophesying that we shall know the truth, and that's what's happening today.
That's true, but let's get it though. Let's break it down so we understand. Okay. What would be the problem for us knowing the truth? The problem in this earth. What would it create in the earth if we knew the truth?
A separation, for one.
It'll create real separation if we knew the truth. And in separating, what do you begin to do? What's one of the first things that you begin to do once you separate from all the things all the different directions that we are pulled to through in and out there?
You begin to grow. You begin to progress, toward a real goal.
we began to progress, right? And as Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, we've been trying to progress for more than 400 years, right? When we talk about this truth, what it changes, it began to change your mindset. And you know what that mindset changes? It changes you from being a slave, man. You understand? That truth allows you to not be in bondage. Let's do this. So now we got this. So we get the whole understanding. Let's go up one verse. You got somebody want to say something?
Come on, sir. Trooper Warrior Allah says, Salakia, sir. If we knew the truth, then we would start to separate from the things that we've learned growing up, like celebrating holidays.
Which is what? Bondage. You understand? Once you know the truth, as Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, you become a real threat to this empire. Everything that you becomes a real threat, meaning the things you would normally invest your time in, you won't do it no more. Right. The crime and the sin that we would normally invest our time in, you stop doing it. And that's what real separation comes in. So once you stop doing that, we no longer are slaves to this empire and every lie that they tell us. You understand? So let's go up one verse. So we're gonna go all the way down so we can put it all the way together. All right. So let's start at 31.
Come on. The book of John, chapter 8, verse 31.
Book of John, chapter 8, and verse 31.
Go ahead.
Then said Yahushua to those Jews which believed on him.
So what?
Those Jews which believed on him.
So his people, the one that actually kept the law, statutes, and commandments, that believed, right? That's right. And what the topic of the night is, keeping the law is the win, right? Right. So those Jews that believed on him, right? Go ahead.
If you continue in my word, then are you my disciples?
You my disciples, right? Indeed. What does it mean to be a disciple? It means to be a student, right? So that's who we want to be. So if you're a student of Yahushua, guess what you're not doing? You're not a slave to the rest of the world. Yeah. So if you're not a slave to the rest of the world, you can understand how to move. You can win and stop taking that L, right? Read on.
Verse 32. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So how would you know the truth? Once you became a disciple of the Lord, once you became a student to what it is he's teaching, right? That's how you gonna know the truth. How else you can't know the truth in the goddamn Christian church. You're not gonna know the truth by celebrating Christmas. You don't know the truth if you're eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Right. Therefore, you're what? You can't be free. Right. It ain't no way that you're free if you're not a disciple of Christ or Yahushua. There's no way, because he said, then if you indeed you're my disciples, if you do this. So if you're not rocking with this, if you ain't locked into this program in the I.S.U.P.K, then you can't be free. Right. I know you ain't free. I seen you standing in line waiting on Black Friday sale. I know you ain't free. Right. I seen you standing in that line trying to vote for what's his name? Herschel Walker, Raphael Warnock. Yeah, I know it. I know. You still in bondage because you're not a disciple of the Yahushua. Read on, Ayathan, Baba Kashar.
They answered him. We be Abraham's seed.
Go ahead.
And we're never in bondage to any man.
No man. All right, this is what they said. Go ahead.
How sayest thou?
How you say it? How you say this, Yahushua? Go ahead. How you gonna be made free when they ain't never been in bondage to any man, right? But guess what Yahushua being who he is? Guess what Yahushua said? Go ahead.
Yahushua answered them, very, very, I say unto you, whosoever committed sin is the servant of sin.
Is a servant of who?
Sin.
Now riddle me this. Who's running the earth? The oppressor running the earth, right? And how does he run this earth? By allowing us to sin against our power.
That's right.
So if you sinning against our power, you taking the L.
That's right.
And if you taking that L, you are in bondage and you are not free.
Right.
That makes sense, right? So how do we come together? We come together by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
That's the only way that we win. If you sinning against the Father, Satan your father. You know what I'm saying? What that scripture say? How it go? Sins of your father. I forget what something tip of my tongue. Huh?
The sins of your father?
No, it's not the sin of your father. It's
you are of your father.
You are of your father. Yeah, you are of your father, the devil. Mm-hmm. Right? So if you say that you free, but you sinning. As long as you don't know the truth, the oppressor will always be your master, man.
So like I don't want, if I may.
Come on.
I got that precept that you pulled.
Please.
John chapter 8, verse 44.
Come on.
Ye are of your father, the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. Mm-hmm. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.
Mm-hmm. There you go. So you a liar. Where you at? You in bondage, man. Y'all do y'all understand why they push all these addictions in the hood? Anybody know why? Why do they push these things in our neighborhood? Well, I'll select it. A better question is, what pushes the addictions in our neighborhood? Come on.
So like, if I may, sir, oppression. Oppression pushes the addictions, because if you're oppressed, you're going to try to seek some form of a palliative, and that's what we do. We seek palliatives so we can feel better.
Right.
So like it.
Us having problems, Black people, Hispanics, Native Indian having problems, and we don't have solutions. Mm-hmm. That's the truth about it. When you talk about addictions and drug habits and promiscuity, you looking at people who have problems and they don't have solutions.
Right.
You understand? So guess what we do? We self-medicate.
That's right.
That sister that may have been molested as a child, she loses her value. She loses her purity.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So she don't see herself as being. It was a movie of it was a while ago. It's an older movie. I forgot the name of it, but it was a sister. She was raped, and she was raped, and the guy got away with it. But she went home and she got in the shower. And any sister online, somebody, y'all tell me, what do y'all think that sister was trying to do when she got in the shower? What she was trying to do? Come on. I think, what you think? When that sister got in the shower, what do you think she was trying to do? Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. So her sister was raped, and she get home. The first thing she do is jump in the shower. What is she trying to do?
It's like I don't want. She trying to watch that. What do you call it? That feel, that feeling, that smell, all of it. She's trying to wash all of it off.
Why is she trying to wash it off? Every brother out, Bunky, y'all. He
getting emotional here. It's all good.
Yeah.
Because she's dirty. She feels dirty. She wants to wash the dirt and the shame off of what happened to her.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's right. But you ever thought about a sister that would go home and just jump in the shower and just wash herself, she just try, like you're right. You're trying to get it off, but she really trying to get back her purity, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
No, Salakia, the perfect example when we was in there watching that movie. Every time when she started to step out on her husband, that movie Temptation. When she started to step out on her husband, she came home. First thing she did was, I want to take a shower.
Go home and take a shower.
That's it.
A long hot shower.
Right.
Trying to get back this purity of this thing that's on you, right? That's what sin does, right? Like you realize at some point in your life, there are some different decisions that you made. You come into this truth. That's why you got to be baptized. You're trying to get this thing off of you, right? You're trying to come in and clean yourself up. But once you come in here and clean yourself up, you can't go back and lay back down in it. You can't do it. So we talk about the purities of our sisters. The fact that once it happens to them, like that thing get taken away from them, it is so hard for them to get past that in their mind mentally. You understand? And so many of them fight that. So if they're not strong enough to get the help that they need to fight it, then guess what? The value that they have in their mind begins to lessen. They don't see the value in themselves no more. So guess what? I may as well go out here in the streets. I might well go ahead and take my clothes off for TikTok. I might as well go out here and twerk for YouTube. Because I'm not clean anymore. I'm not. Sisters get told that their hair is not beautiful. So guess what? So now they don't see their natural, they don't see their natural face, their natural bodies as beautiful anymore. So guess what they got to do? Now they got to go blonde their hair. Now they got to go buy these wigs, these protective hair coverings to cover their natural hair up. Because somebody told them they weren't good enough along the way. And guess what? They buy into it. The same thing with these men. You listen to Kevin Samuels telling you, man, you got to be a high value male to get you a good woman. Well, damn. How do I become a high value male? I gotta make 6 figures to even be considered top echelon to get a sister that's even worthy of my time. Other than that, we're dealing with the scraps. You see the evil of this empire. And guess what? Those things are not the truth. So you wrestling your whole life trying to become a six figure what'd you say? A 6 figure nigga, right? Not understanding that, guess what? You're only introducing yourself to more bondage. Sisters going out here chasing the bag, want the red bottoms and want that brother that's on the television that you desire, that they put in front of you. And guess what? You lose, you get trapped in that. You want to turn the man that you have into something that you see on the goddamn television. When as soon as that goddamn camera goes off, he back doing whatever hell he was doing to make you sit down them 5 minutes and watch the goddamn YouTube channel. Right. Do you know they get paid to say these things on YouTube? So you can sit there and listen all goddamn day, and then you begin to look at your life like, my life ain't good enough. I ain't got this. My man don't do this. My woman don't do that. When the only thing that matters, the truth is what's right there in the damn room with you in the first place. If it's something that you want to do, you got the opportunity to do it right there in the room. But we don't want to do that. We look outside of the room for answers. You understand? And guess what that room does? It traps us, man. Because it's not what? The truth. And because it's not the truth, we take that what? L. Right. Come on, how you doing?
So like I was just gonna say, it's called entertainment for a reason.
Come on. That's exactly what it is, brother. All right, drop that. Let me get the book of Romans, chapter 6, verse 16, Baba Kushaw. Hmm. 6:16. Who got it? Y'all got to understand, like, you running around trying to live up to the expectations of this world. The oppressor is not even, he not even concerned with you. He not even afraid of anything that Black, Hispanics, Native Indians doing, because he know without the law, you ain't gonna win no how. You're not together. But as soon as you begin to keep the law, statutes, and the commandments, you become a real threat, man. Ask you why they shut off Clubhouse the other night.
Right.
All right, who got it?
Book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 16.
Come on.
Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey, his servants ye are to whom ye obey. Whether of sin unto death or of obedience unto righteousness.
What does that mean? Somebody break that down for me. Read it again for me. Read it strong for me, Baba, for sure.
Book of Romans, chapter 6 and verse 16. Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants to obey?
Right. So, do you not know that who you yield yourself to obey? Right. Go ahead.
His servants ye are to whom ye obey.
To what now?
His servants ye are to whom ye obey.
What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? When they say yield, right? Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves service to obey, right? What does that mean? What are we saying right there? Come on, let's go.
So like I don't want if I may.
The microphone on?
I got it. It's on now.
All right, let's go.
So like I don't want if I may. That word yield just means to submit.
Yeah.
You know,
to give yourself over to, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. So it says, don't you know that who you submit yourselves to as a servant? Right. You know, this thing that you, so whoever you're serving, you submit yourself to the Christian church.
That's what you're going to obey.
So Joe Biden.
Right. So the politicians, what else?
Right. I mean, to substances,
drugs, alcohol, substance abuse. Come on,
lasciviousness,
all kind of promiscuities.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. What else?
To that almighty dollar.
Right, the almighty dollar. What it's saying is all those things that you submit yourself to, guess what? That's what's going to rule your life. If the money go this way, guess what? If that's what you're serving, guess where you're going? You're going that way. It's almost like I'm a country boy, so I'm gonna throw it back to fishing. So I throw my line out really, and I hook a fish, right? So if I yank the line this way, guess where that fish going, Bunk, y'all? He going that way. If I yank the line that way, guess where that fish going? He going that way. Why? Because he's yielded his will to what's on this goddamn line. Right. That's what happens when you talk about trying to chase the things that are in the world. That's what happens when you don't know the truth. So therefore, just like that damn fish with the hook in his mouth, guess what? You can't be free. Right. Ain't no way you can be free. Because wherever the wind blows, that's where you're going. Because that's what you submitted yourself to. That's what you yield yourself to, right? But read on.
Come on. Mm-hmm. His servants, ye are to whom ye obey.
Right. You are servants to what you obey. You in that Christian church, you obey that Christian church. You're a servant to that Christian church, man. Mm-hmm. Therefore, you're not what? Free. Right. Because you're not free, you're taking that what? L. Them drugs that trust me, that money that you chasing, that woman that you chasing, that man that you chasing, you flipping and flopping, trying to appease every damn thing on earth except for the Lord and keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. Therefore, you can't obey him because you still what? You still obeying something else. You're not free. Read on, Ayathan.
Whether of sin unto death, or of obedience unto righteousness.
What does that mean? Because, go ahead, you got it?
Say that again.
What does that mean?
Read it again.
Whether of sin unto death, or of obedience unto righteousness.
Go ahead.
Salakia. So whether you be a servant of sin, it's going to be unto the death.
Right.
You're going to sin until you die.
And therefore, you're not what?
You ain't winning.
You ain't free.
You ain't free.
You ain't free, and you definitely going to take a what?
You're taking a damn
You
L.
sure hell can't win like that. Right? Or, read on. With the last part?
No. Or of obedience unto righteousness.
What does that mean?
Or you can choose life. You can choose to be obedient to keeping God's law, statutes, and commandments. You can be obedient to thus saith the Lord, and become and attain righteousness, which is life. Salakia.
There you go.
Salakia, I don't know if I may.
Go ahead.
You know, when you're talking about, what Salakia, we're talking about whatever you yield yourselves to. This speaks volumes about what's happening down there with Jamal Bryant. This he's showing you that he's a servant of money. This is the reason why he's saying it's okay. He want brothers to smell like weed, and he's gonna start growing weed in an effort to bring more brothers into the church, which is all fallacy. That's sin unto death.
Yeah.
Salakia.
That's the truth. And by doing so, you're what? You're not free like that.
That's right.
Because what they pushing in the earth is not the truth, man. You want the truth, you got to come into the I.S.U.P.K.
That's right.
It ain't no other way. You got to come through the straight gate, man. And it's not easy. If it was easy, everybody would do it. That's the truth. We run around here not knowing how to really break free from this empire because we deal with so much what? Sin. And we carry that sin all the way to our what? Death, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. But we so much better than that, but we got to find a way how to dig ourselves out. And you can't dig yourself out by listening to lies. You can't dig yourself out by worried about how you feel all the goddamn time. Some things when it comes to the truth is not going to be about how you feel. You just going to have to do it. Brotherhood is something that you worried about how you just do it and see what happens. Stop thinking about yourself. You think Yahweh thought about himself when he went through what he went through? You know what he was thinking about? He was thinking about you niggas. Ain't that something? The people who we look at each other and stick your nose up, and your uncle a dope fiend. Your dad is a thief. Your daughter a whore. Your mama don't love you. And you're the one that is put in charge of making the decision what is going to be righteous. Ain't that something? You the one that decide what is righteous or not. And they all sitting around looking at you trying to see what decision that you're going to make. If you fold, then guess what? They're going to look at you like they look at themselves like, well, hey, he did it. I might well go ahead and drink this bottle. You know what I'm saying? If she doing it, I know I ain't gonna win. You think about it. You in this truth and you thinking about leaving the truth. What you gonna go sit down and get a Thanksgiving plate? They done call you the black sheep for the last 4 years of your life, and now you go back into the world to sit down and get a Christmas present. Ain't that something? You ever thought about that? That's why it's hard for us to win, because our people don't understand how important we are. The other nations know. That's why when we begin to keep these law, statutes, and commandments, we become a threat. But without keeping these law, statutes, and commandments, we obey whatever that is hooked into our damn jaw. And the other nations knows it. Christmas is hooked in your jaw. So when it's time to open them Christmas presents, here you go. You get that this Christmas.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's one there. But that thing get into your brain bunk, y'all. You be looking like Martin Lawrence, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That thing get to pulling on you. That's what the spirit of Christmas does. Y'all tell me I'm lying. Y'all can't tell me them Temptations and that Mariah Carey get to playing. Guess what it does? It get to pulling on you, man. It get to pulling on you every single time. You broke, but yet still you still in line. Maybe they got a sale. I can get little Johnny something. It's pulling on you instead of saying, you know what, this is stupid.
Right.
This is stupid. You come across our classes, we tell you that celebrating Christmas goes against the Lord. Not only do we tell you, we go to the scriptures and prove it, and now it's in your mind. It's embedded into you.
Right.
You done heard Kanye West say, we the Jews. Wait a minute, Kanye, what you done heard Kyrie say it. We the Jews.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I don't need to be celebrating Christmas. But we're not fighting, Ayathan. We're not fighting. We don't know how to come together and really fight to be a nation of people anymore, because we're so busy looking for praises from I guarantee you, if some oppressor came out on like what if George Bush came online or Donald Trump and say, you know what, the black Hispanics and Native Indians are the real Jews of the Bible.
Right.
Niggas would lose their goddamn mind. I knew it, man. Oh man, they'll lose their mind. Tell me I'm lying. See, we need validation from the other nations to see if they okay with it. You know what I'm saying? We waiting. Can we do it like this, Master?
Right.
Yeah, go ahead, do it just like that, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Master said we can do it. We gonna do it. We looking for validation for somebody else to tell us that we're the greatest people on the goddamn earth, man.
Right.
What the hell you need validation for? I'm going to tell you why you need validation, because the leaders that are supposed to tell us how to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments are more concerned about lining their goddamn pockets, and nobody sees it but Commander General YAHANNA.
Right.
But we wrong, though. We wrong for telling people who they are according to these scriptures. You better wake up.
Right.
We better wake up and stop playing games. We playing with our lives. And most sad of all, we're playing with our sons and daughters' lives, man. If you think your life been so perfect, then why you have so many questions about everything that's around you? If life were perfect, you would have all the answers that you needed in your life, right? If your life was so goddamn perfect, why do you have so many holes about things that you don't understand? Because your life ain't been perfect. You understand? You've been taking a whole lot of what? L's. Right. But if you really want to win, then you got to know the truth, man. If you really want to win, submit yourself to something other than yourself. Right. Ain't that what the scripture just said? Right. But you don't want to win, so you yield yourself and become a servant to every damn thing in the earth, man. That's what the scripture say. Man, I don't know why I keep going out here to this strip club. Why? Because you're yielding yourself to it. I don't know why I keep smoking this crack. Why? Because you're yielding yourself to it. Why you keep having sex with whores? Because you're yielding yourself to it. Why you have a problem with your man all the goddamn time? Because you're yielding yourself to something else other than your man. Maybe it's that loudmouth bitch that you've been listening to. Right. Maybe it's that no good nigga that you got in your back seat that's smoking weed that you've been listening to. Right. When you gonna give yourself over to the Lord, man, and become a disciple of Christ so you can what? Win. That's right. Y'all want to win. I know. It's too hard. But do we really have to do it this way, Moses? Did you bring us out here to die, Moses? Right. We could have stayed in Egypt, Moses. Wake up, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right. Wake up. Let me get the book of Psalms 83. Bible Kushab. Book of Psalms 83. Y'all know why we going this one. This is my joint right here. Because we see right here why us waking up is a threat to the entire earth. The America wants you to stay asleep. Y'all understand that, right? So you can continue to stay in the kitchen. So you can stay on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So you can stay on Instagram and fantasize about driving a Cadillac. You know, that's all niggas want. A Cadillac and $1 million. Kanye West just showed y'all the money means absolutely nothing when you're not free. Right. 83 and 3, Bible Kushab.
Book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 3.
Now, if y'all out there listening, y'all can chime in. Y'all got something to say it. Go here. I like to get somebody in here that's going to actually want to learn and actually ask some questions about what it is that's being taught. Out of everything we saying tonight, according to the law, ain't nobody got no questions. Ain't nobody saying, what's wrong with black people? Right. And all the people out there listening right now, don't nobody know, huh? We're afraid to get the answers that we really need. You understand? Because you know what? It's almost like going to the doctor. You know why black people don't like to go to the doctor? You know how Black, Hispanics, Native Indians don't like going to the doctor? Why? Why do Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians don't like going to the doctor? Let somebody online answer that. Come on now. Why is it that Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, why we be like, nah, man, I don't go to no doctor, man. I don't know. Nah, hey, look, we say things like, I got to find me a black doctor. I just can't go to the doctor anybody. I gotta find me a black doctor. I filled out an application. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Huh? Why is that we don't want to go to a doctor? What is it, man? Who got it?
He's just checking in.
Why is it that Black, Hispanics, Native Indians don't like to go to the doctor? You say we say, man, I gotta find me a black dentist, man. Oh, I don't know, man. I gotta, I like to give my dollars to the black doctor. You know what I mean?
Here we go.
What's up? What is it? Come on, let's get it. What's up? Who said something?
Everybody just checking in. They don't want to answer the question.
Oh, don't nobody answer the question. I'm gonna say it again. Why do black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we don't like to go to the doctor? What is it?
Sister Kalaya Pa says, Salakia, sir. We think they will find something wrong.
Yeah, we know that already.
And we will have to make changes.
Uh-oh.
LOL.
Uh-oh. 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 I think the sister got it, man. It's the last part. It's the part where it say we will have to what? Make changes.
Right.
You know why people like going into their Christian church? Because you don't have to make any changes.
That's right.
You know why people like to go into Islam? Because they don't have to make any changes. You know why they want to celebrate Christmas? Because they don't have to make any changes. Right. It's a tradition for years and years and years. Right. You know why they celebrate Thanksgiving? Because what? They don't want to make any changes. But guess what? When you learn the truth, though, Ayathon, guess what you got to do, brother? Ooh.
It's a lock out of one.
Go ahead.
Sister Brittany Williams said, just face the facts.
Come. Face the facts. Big facts is what I like to say. We don't want that bunk, y'all. You go to that doctor, you sit down there, Mr. Jackson, I see you're going to have to stop smoking cigarettes, Mr. Jackson. You have emphysema. Your lungs are not fully functional. You're breathing at a 65% rate right now, Mr. Jackson. You're going to have to stop smoking the Newports, Mr. Jackson. Well, I've been smoking Newport my whole life. It ain't nothing wrong with me, doc. I just don't feel like I used to feel.
Right.
Your voice gone, brother. Huh? 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 Your blood pressure all out of whack. High cholesterol all out of whack. Sisters in the strip club, tell a sister to come out the goddamn strip club, but what is she thinking about half the time? The money, the attention. Not knowing that, guess what? Just like my sister said, she got to change. Sister Britt, she said, you got to face the facts. Okay. Huh? Okay, go ahead, brother. Let's do Psalms 83 and 3 so we keep it moving. Psalms 83 and 3. This is why us coming together and knowing the truth is a problem. Like you think it's you don't understand how much they like for us to not go to the doctor, bunker, y'all.
Right.
They like for us to not know the truth. They don't want us to change, huh? Well, the question I would have is, who is the they?
Right.
This scripture is gonna tell you who is the they. All right, who got it? Book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 3. They have they have taken crafty counsel against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones.
Well, okay, go. Okay, so what is crafty counsel, Baba Kusha? Well, what makes it crafty? What makes it crafty, Baba Kusha? Come on with it, Obstacle Wall.
Because it's not direct and blatant. It's not like right in your face. It's kind of like sleight of hand. So instead of instead of denying, saying, you know what, I'm not hiring none of you Negroes, none of you blackies. I'll instead of saying that and putting a sign up, I'll just do red line. Or I'll just do something where I'll create these circumstances around you where it will cause you to not qualify. It's just not. It's not right in your face. It's indirect.
That he hit the nail on the head. It's just like I was saying earlier. I used the fishing as being the example. Now I know you know about this. Now if I just get a fishing line and put a hook on it at the end of it and throw it out there, with a lot of fish bite on that hook, it won't too many fish gonna bite on that hook. But what allows you to actually get a fish on that hook?
So like you gotta bait the hook. Basically, you're using a bait to hide the hook.
Yeah. What is that? That's crafty right there, man. You gonna put a bait to actually cover the shininess of the hook, so the fish can bite down on it, if I may, right?
Right.
And guess what? When he bite down on it, you get to pull him whichever way that you want to take him, right? That's what his empire is like. They cover the hook up, Kawal. They put bait on the hook. No. The bait that they use is money. The bait that they use is power. The bait that they use is a nice house, neighborhood, that girl that you like, that nice car, that high, that feeling that you want, right? That's the bait that's on the hook. But you don't understand, once you bite down on the hook, guess what? You become a servant, and you're gonna obey that. To keep that car and to keep that woman, oh my goodness, bro. You gonna work 16 hours, days to keep that woman in that car. Right. And that's what you become a slave to. But when you learn these laws, statutes, and commandments, you become a threat. You look at that hook in that water, you see that bait, you say, you know what, I'm a fish. That hook ain't got no business being over here. That bait don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Wait a minute, that thing ain't white. It ain't quite right. You understand? You looking at it like, don't know about that one, cuz I don't know about them drugs. I seen you turn gay when you start smoking them drugs. Yep. I see when you started messing with Letitia. You ain't been right. You ain't seen you in class since, brother. Brother, I don't know. Oh, you want to? Go ahead, brother. Before I start.
Come on. Verse 4.
The frog gonna kick in any minute now.
Verse 4. They have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation."
So, like, how General Muhammad say, "Who? What is this? Where you get this from?" Right. What he say? He said, "Why does it taste so fine and elegant every time I taste it? It's like it's the first time I taste it. Every time I taste it, man." We're Israel, Black Hispanic. We're Israelites according to the Bible. You are the real Jews of the Bible. We are the greatest people on the face of the earth. Right. We are being tricked. We're being lied to. We're being pulled in all different directions. And all the other nations, guess what? They have taken crafty counsel against you, because they never want us to see the truth. They never want you to understand what you're supposed to be doing with your life. They never want you to understand the purpose of your life. So guess what you'll begin to do instead of serving the Lord? You find yourself chasing after every goddamn thing that's on the earth except for the Lord, man. And in doing so, guess who really suffers? The people that you really love. You chasing that thing all across the damn world, your son and your daughter will want to know nothing more than they are more than just niggas in the earth, man. Your daughter would love to know she's more than just a piece of meat in the earth, man. You understand? Your grandmother would love to know before she dies, Grandma, you know you're Israelite. You know you belong to the greatest people on the face of the earth, Grandma. Nobody's going to tell them that. When you're chasing the things in the world, when you're on the hook, you ain't got time to tell nobody else what's going on in the earth. You're too busy chasing your own damn dream. You're just like that fish with that hook in the mouth. Huh? It's crafty counsel that causes us to get tossed around in the earth. Well, who's causing this crafty counsel? Who's doing this? Read on, Baba Kushaw.
So like I don't know if I may.
Come on.
What's so heavy about this is, you know, they hold these global summits, these global councils, you know, and it was 10 of them that were held this year, you know, by the other nations. councils like the World Trade Organization Ministerial Conference. It was held in Geneva.
And niggas ain't heard nothing about that.
The UN Convention on Biological Diversity.
I ain't never heard biological. The what?
The UN Convention.
Oh, no, nothing about it, man. You know what I do know about? The legalization of cannabis in California.
Right.
The legalization of cannabis in Virginia. Huh? The cops shut another brother down in the streets. Another house that being gentrified. Why don't we know about these councils that's in the earth? Because they do not want us to know the truth, man. Because once you know the truth, you become a threat to the entire damn earth. You change the dynamic of this earth once we begin to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. But we love the dynamic of the earth just the way it is. So that way we can be the whores and the dope boys and the dope dealers that they want us to be. Just like that doctor that you don't want to go to that would tell you you need to change your life. How many other councils that we don't know, Bunk, y'all?
Salak, if I may, out of one. You know, we said the UN Convention on Biological Diversity, which was held in China in the spring. The Summit of the Americas, the Group of Seven Summit. They held it, the Group of Seven Summit.
Come on.
That they held in Germany. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization Summit. They held that in Spain. The Conference of the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons. They held that in New York this summer. Opening of the UN General Assembly. The Group of 20 Summit in Bali. And what's so interesting, the Conference of the Parties of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Summit and East Asia Summit. So the funny thing about all these summits is that they talk about diplomacy. You know, right. They do it under the guise of diplomacy, and diplomacy is the art and practice of conducting negotiations between the nations. This scripture is talking about that phenomenon.
It's right in front of our face. But your Christian pastor does not teach you this. Right. Your mother or father never taught you this. The ones that you consider that you really love and you respect, that always had your back, that always looked out for you, that always love you, they never taught you that. Right. Stop lying to yourself. Stop lying so you can make yourself feel good. It's time you stop trying to make yourself feel good and justify all your addictions. Blame it on everybody else. It's always somebody else's fault. Take some accountability and say it's my fault, and say, you know what? Because it's my fault, I'm gonna love even harder, man. You understand? I'm gonna be a better brother, man, because it's my fault. You understand? Because it's my fault, I'm going to be a better sister. That's what a child would do when they're trying to please the parent, right? What a child do? Hey, I made a C on my report card. Well, you say, well, baby, you need to do better. And what a child says, Kawal, I will, Dad. And guess what that child do? They actually put in the work to actually become better. And guess what you said at the end of the day, Kawal? Great job. Huh? And then what we would say, you would do it for your child. So why can't you do it for yourself? You don't want to do it for yourself. You don't want to change, like my sister said. You want to stay right where the hell you at so you can call hell and havoc in everybody goddamn life except for the white folks. White folk give you praise. Hey, Shaquanda. Hey, how you doing, Miss Jenny? Huh? Your brother been on the job. He's starving. Eating YAHANNA sausages the whole time he at work. You ain't ask him, hey man, my wife just made some you know what I'm saying, some chicken pot pie. You ain't offer him none of that. You let him sit over there in the corner and eat cold YAHANNA sausages. You see the slime on the YAHANNA sausages. You just look at this. Look at this broke ass nigga over there, you know. Timothy shows up the first day on the job. Hey, Timothy, man, look, hey, my wife just made this chicken pot pie. Man, matter of fact, man, I'm good, man. I got some more at home. You can have this. You so quick to give it to the white folks, but for your brother and for your sister, you just too good for that.
Right.
Just too goddamn good. Afraid of change, man. But you don't understand that these other nations are sitting back betting on us to treat each other and act the exact way that we act in the earth. They are confederate against the. Come on, I.S.U.P.K, read that for me, Bob Shaw. Or was that Kowal? Who had it? Come on with it.
Verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us what?
Cut them off from being a nation.
We don't even know who we are today in America, man. I would care to say we don't even care. I ain't heard the word African American in a long time.
Right.
I mean, literally, when last time you heard it? Real talk. Think about it. When have you seen somebody on? Only thing we've been saying is black, 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 black. Show me a country that's called black. You see the problem? We're afraid to even show each other just the slightest bit of love for one another. Afraid we're going to miss out on something. And guess who's sitting back? They're going to press it like, we got them now. We got them where their kids don't even talk to each other. They're on video games and they're smoking weed. We got them now. We got them. We don't have to do anything. We just make sure that the I.S.U.P.K make sure that their YouTube channel does not go over 10,000. Make sure that their videos don't go out so everybody. We're going to shadow ban it. Every other day they come up with ways to make sure that the truth does not go into the earth. Why? Because the minute this truth goes out, you become a threat to this empire. Real revolutionary, you understand? Real revolutionaries is what the I.S.U.P.K raises. You understand? Ain't no lip service in here. You come here with that lip service, you're gonna stand on the sideline and Lord be with you. You can let that job carry you away. Guess what? We got some brothers that really want to do this thing for real, man. You just like that fish that falling for that shiny hook with that bait on it. You getting pulled in every goddamn direction. Right. You should be looking at them other fish and say, damn, that hook got John. Woo-wee. John. We ain't seen John since he got with Becky, man. Woo-woo. I ain't fooling with them. Since that boy hit that crack that day, boy, he ain't been right since. Since that boy started smoking that weed, he ain't been right since. I seen him go into that church. He didn't walk like that before he went into that church. No. He started walking funny when he went into that church. You come in here, you start walking like a man. You start walking like a soldier. It comes with a different kind of veracity, if I may. That a word, Bunker, y'all? Yeah, it comes with a different type of tenacity. You get to the point where you just sick of all the bull crap, man. You get sick of all the lies, you know what I'm saying? And what you don't understand is you will blame your brother and sister for the hurt that you endure, but you won't blame the oppressor for what he's done to us. That's what really hurts. The oppressor get away with everything. As a nation of people, we got work to do. I'd be the first to tell you, we got some cleaning up. But the cleaning up comes with us realizing, like, wait a minute, don't go over there by that hook now. Read on, Baba Kusha.
Come on. That the name of Israel may no more in remembrance.
See, you thinking it's about you, and all the other nations know that it is about nations. You thinking about you. Everybody else is thinking about the nation. TikTok was given to niggas to do the dance all goddamn day. This right here. You go to China, they ain't got nothing. Commander General Hunter brought it out because he's a righteous leader. He said that they gave us the opioid or the opium form of he said the heroin form of TikTok. You gonna eat what my mama made? What your mama made, baby? Me? Huh? That's what we out here, thug. All day. Screen time on 4 hours. Ain't look, you looking at it, you looking at the screen so long, you put it on the charger and still look at it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with having a little fun, looking at a little TikTok. But what you submit yourself to is what you'll what? Obey. That's what you'll serve. And the oppressor knows that, man. He knows once you're serving that, you're going to take that L. But if you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, you're going to win. It's the only way that we win. Read on. What verse you at, brother?
Verse 5.
Read that verse for me.
Come. For they have consulted together with one consent.
With what?
One consent.
What is that one consent? Read on.
Come. They are confederate against thee.
That's it? That's verse 5? With that one consent. What is that one consent, Kawal? Come on.
Basically, they all agree that they're going to destroy God's chosen people. That's the one, the thing, especially like to go back what you said earlier about the crafty council, even the what's the Bohemian Grove? They out in the woods doing what? All these high profile politicians, what y'all are they doing?
Yeah.
Disguised as an all boys party. Y'all playing this stuff all right.
Yeah. They know what they're doing. I call it the deals that are made on the golf course. Right. What's the movie that Eddie Murphy them had? Was it Changing Places? All that bet was about $1, wasn't it? Ain't that something? Hosea 4:6, Bible Kashaw. The book of Hosea. The book of Hosea 4:6. Who got it?
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Come on.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
No, lack of money.
Lack of knowledge.
No, lack of economic equality.
Lack of knowledge.
What, generational wealth.
Lack of knowledge.
What about health and exercise?
Lack of knowledge.
Oh my goodness. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Lack of knowledge of what? Knowing who you are. Knowing the truth, man. Y'all don't understand, like us not knowing this truth is causing us so much pain, so much anger, so much frustration, so many anxiety that you wouldn't even normally face. You want to know why the boss is so goddamn happy all the time? Because he's not dealing with what you're dealing with.
Right.
He ain't dealing with what you're dealing with. It's a he pull up in that, I found this out, man. The oppressor be topped out in bills, man. His credit score be like a 420. He go to the dealership bunker, y'all. He still gonna get that brand new Silverado, man. Right. Why? He ain't even caring. Credit card be maxed out and everything. You know what he do know though? He's on top of you. Right. He know that. He ain't no nigga. He ain't no wetback. I used to get so when I came in the truth, you hear people talking about a dirty Mexican. I'm like, what? What the hell is a dirty? What the hell are you talking about? You crazy as hell. One of my partner boy, he was from I.S.U.P.K. He was off the meat rack. He was off the, when I say off the meat rack, brother, he was off the meat rack. But he was so humble though, man. He was so, a brother that would give his shirt off his back to you, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. Like as children, like we do that. We play Little League football together. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, carry my pads for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Boys in the Hood. I remember Boys in the Hood when you like, throw the football. You know what I'm saying? They just being cool. They enjoying each other, like being kids. But as they begin to grow, you seen the adversity that was going on in Boys in the Hood. You seen the effects of, I think you brought out last night, the effects of having a father in the home versus not having a father in the home. Having a child at an early age versus not having a child at an early age. First thing she said to Trey, you got a condom? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? Then Trey coming home and swinging and so frustrated. That's what we are, Black, Hispanic, Native Indians. You get pulled over, you just don't know how to deal with, you don't know how to rationalize what is happening to your life, so you're mad at it. You just swing it at the air, hoping to hit something that makes sense. And then you hit the I.S.U.P.K. Then we tell you the truth. And then you're like, I don't know about that. Wait a minute, you done swung at every damn thing else that it didn't stick. This is sticking. But you don't want this, like my sister said, no, you face the facts. Face the facts that this is the truth.
Right. You've
been swinging at everything, all the adversity. You've been just like Trey off Boys in the Hood, just swinging at the air. And ain't hit nothing until you find out you the greatest people on the face of the earth and that you're an Israelite. Right. But here it comes though. Just knowing you're an Israelite, you should also know that it comes with what? Change. Wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know. You said. No, I'm still I'm Patah. I'm Patah. Sarah shooting City. You know what I'm saying? Now you're walking around with an uncle on your neck. You don't want that. See, because you know what that is. You still swinging in there. Because that's whatever that you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? You made no. See, we can smoke weed because we always smoke weed in earth. Well, you can't do that according to the truth. According to this Bible, you can't do that. You Imhotep, but you celebrate Christmas. Come on. Come on, man. You Pan-Africanism, but you celebrating Christmas. Come on, man. Huh? You got a mark on your forehead right here because you've been bowing down, hitting your head on the carpet. Just like this. Except what, 3 times a day? But you got it right here on your head. Yeah, you don't want to change. My people, what? Read again, Kawal.
Khan. This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. Mm-hmm. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Right, read on.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I also reject thee. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of the Most High.
Yeah, you seen the hook, and instead of you turning away from the hook, you went and bit it. So now you get pulled away. You become a servant to those things. You begin to obey those things that go against the Lord. Okay. That's what your life become. Lord be with you. But it's coming a time where you're going to cry out and you're going to really see how you're supposed to move in this earth. Right. Let me get Matthew 10 and 16, Baba Kushar. Go ahead.
Book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16.
Come on.
Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
Somebody break that down for me. What is Yahawashi saying right here?
So like he's saying basically, he says us forth as sheep. You know, sheep are, ever see the nature of a sheep? You know, sheep need somebody to protect them. They don't even have sharp teeth. It is like, defenseless beasts, defenseless animals. And he sent us, amongst the wolves, something that could potentially harm you, kill you.
God.
Slakia. Right. So basically, yeah, he's saying that's how he sends us out. But unlike an actual sheep, we do have a shepherd.
God.
So we're not without protection.
Right.
Even though he's sending us amongst Christians and your mama and the politicians and everybody who's going to hate you, spit on you, and deny you this and fire you and hate you. We're sheep, but we have a shepherd. We have someone that can protect us from that. Although he sends us amongst the wolves.
Right. He said, behold, I send you as sheep, man. I mean, we are people that really, we are chill. We are plain. A brother just want to go to work, be able to take care of his family and chill.
That's it.
But when you throw the oppression on top of it, I don't want to chill no more. I gotta get effed up. When you throw harassment on top of it, I don't want to chill no more. I gotta get high. When you throw police harassment on top of it, it's like I can't just chill no more. It ain't enough. I gotta get white boy wasted all of a sudden.
Right.
Like it's not enough for me to just chill no more. I just got to be all the way out of it. So I got to become numb to this earth, man. I'm not allowed to feel anything. It's so sad when Philando Castile, right? When the brother got shot and the cops and the sister was in the back seat crying, she was losing her mind. And that child looked at her mother and said, "Don't you cry because he may shoot you." God damn, man. You got a baby that tell the mother, "Hey, this time, mama, you got to be numb. Right. Mama, you can't feel nothing right now because if you feel anything, mama, you're going to lose your life too." Mm-hmm. Damn. And you still want to sit up and listen to white folks tell you that you're African American. You still want to tell the oppressor sitting here telling you got to stand in line to vote. What? Why can't you just face the facts like my sister said? Just face it. We are not desired in this earth. So we better learn to desire each other. Right. Other than that, we're making a fool and a complete mockery of what's actually in this book. If you believe you're an Israelite, why don't you follow it? You want to follow what you want to follow. You want to chase your dream. You want to get your high. You want to get your money. You want to get your car. It's based on selfishness, man. Right. We cannot win unless we keep the law. Mm. Read that verse again. But ye be there wise as serpents and harmless as doves. What does this mean? How hard is it to catch a snake, man? It is hard to catch a snake, brother. You understand? You can catch a snake and you know what I'm saying? You remember the dance you used to call the snake? Huh? Slick.
Right.
They being crafty against you. Well, damn it, you better learn how to be crafty. You understand? You better learn how to be slick. You better learn how to get out of sticky situations. You don't get out of sticky situations by standing in line and voting like an idiot. You don't get out of sticky situations by sitting in that Christian church. We shall overcome. That ain't how you do it, man. Right. You don't get out of sticky situation thinking that your king is some oppressor. That's not how you get out of sticky situation. How you get out of sticky situation if you saying I'm better than all you damn heathens. You understand? That's right. So I'm not going to eat what you eat. I'm not going to pray to who you pray to, man. Right. I'm better than all that. That's right. You can keep it. That's how you be slick. That's how you move. You gotta learn how to. You gotta learn how to do all that. You better. We know that. Gotta learn how to talk to people, how to break them down. Because the minute you enter into a conversation with another heathen or somebody else from another nation, it's almost like the oppressor walking up to you and you say, "Well, what do you do for a living?" You don't understand what he's really saying. We don't understand that lingo. It's like, yeah, man, I work at Walmart, man. You gotta answer like a soldier, man. None of your business. What? Why? Right. Now we can have a conversation. Mm-hmm. What you want, man? Ask me what you want to know. What you want me to work for you? Mm. What they're doing is trying to decide how much respect he gonna render to you. But the truth is, you don't need his respect. You understand? Right. What we need is love for your brother. You don't need the oppressor respect. You understand? But he only respects who? Somebody who's willing to fight. Oppressor don't respect nobody who's gonna lay down. Forget that. You better be as smooth as a snake. You better learn how to blend in and move, right? In his empire, right? But as what? Harmless as a dove. Huh? But learn how to do it. Cause that's what other than that, you just are sitting up. Read on Ayathon.
Verse 17. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues.
How do they deliver you up to men? How they deliver us up to men? You at your slavery, and they say, "Well, I heard Bunky y'all over there talking about Jesus was black." Now you sitting at the now you on the red carpet at your slavery. Come on with it.
They tell the judge, he in the hate group.
Come to be
trying to get custody over the kids.
All that. Yeah, he don't love his kids because he don't let them celebrate Christmas. He don't love his family because he don't let them go trick or treating.
Right.
I don't know what's wrong with my son. He don't call and tell me Happy Mother's Day no more.
Good. Nice.
That's the council.
Right.
I don't know what's got into that boy. I ain't raised no boy like that.
Right.
Good. You damn right you didn't. The Lord had mercy and grace on me.
That's right.
And allowed real priests and prophets of the Lord to raise me. The water. Read on. I better leave this thing alone.
Verse 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Go ahead.
Verse 19.
You'll be brought to what now?
Come on. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake.
For who?
My sake.
What is my sake? For the truth.
That's right.
For telling them the truth. You got to deal with all these people in high places for telling them the truth, right? Read on.
For a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Against them and the ones that try to come up against you, your own people, the other nations, all of them. Yeah, for the truth. The truth is a threat, man. If y'all didn't know that, telling Black, Hispanics, Native Indians that they are the greatest people on the face of the earth is a threat to the entire earth, man. You better know it. Read on, Ayathon.
Verse 19.
Come on.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what you shall speak.
Why not? Go ahead.
For it shall be given you in that same hour what you shall speak.
The Lord gonna tell you exactly what to say, and you know the only thing that you can say when you're not worried about anything that's gonna happen to you, you gotta say the truth. That's the only thing you can say, Kowal. Because what else you gonna say? You can't say I'm sorry. You just gonna have to double down and say what? We are God's chosen people. That's the only way that we're gonna what? Win. We tell our people in front of the earth that we have to stop selling drugs to each other. We begin to win. Ain't nothing wrong with saying that to anybody. You can tell the world that guess what? We do not want our sisters in the strip clubs. We win. We do not want our sisters having abortions. We win. Divorces goes against the Lord. You lay down with the man, that's your man to the rest of your life. We win. You can't open your legs in the minute you're not happy and decide you want to go and open your legs for somebody else. Well, let me let you in a little secret out there. In every relationship, ain't nobody really ever happy. I don't know what the hell I got to be happy in my. Who the hell told you that? I just got to be happy in my life. I ain't gonna live my life. Shut up. Shut your goddamn mouth.
Right. That's right.
You done had all the pleasure, and soon as a little pain comes, it's like, oh, I gotta get out of here. Yeah, I ain't happy no more. Well, guess what? In real relationships, things like this happen. You're gonna have some good times, you're gonna have some bad times. Nobody really cares. You gotta learn how to endure. Because it's not about you. Because the real reason why you're not happy, because the other part about it, you really just want to have sex with somebody else. That would it boil down. You just want to screw somebody else for a little bit. You want to jump up and down on something else. I get it. Okay. Uchi and I being done, and okay, I'm back. I'm back to normal now. I just had to be a whore for a couple days. Okay. Yeah, you know, I just want to hit it and quit it real quick, brother. You didn't want the real responsibility of dealing with a sister. I understand. Nah, man, she I caught her looking through my phone, man. Yeah. Let her look. Take a good look, goddamn. I want you to see. Look. It's right here. What it say? Now we can move on.
Right.
Now you can have some peace and I can have some peace too. I'm not going nowhere because I know what it means to win. You don't win a game by not playing the game, Bunk, y'all.
Right.
You got to get in there and get a couple first downs.
That's right.
You're going to run up against the opposition, huh? You don't get a touchdown because you want a touchdown. You get a touchdown because you work for it.
That's right.
You understand? Just like every other thing that you're going to have in life, you're going to have to work for it to get the win. To get the win for Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, we have to keep the law.
That's right.
Read on.
Come on.
Go ahead.
It's like verse 20. For it is not ye that speak, but the spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
It's what again? It's the spirit of the Father, right? It's the vibe of the Father that speaks in you. Well, how do you carry the vibe? You got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. You got to move in a certain way that represents the Father. Right. You can't get tricked by the fishing line with the bait on it, because if you get tricked, you can get pulled all type of witchy ways. Right. Huh? That's real fight. We talk about Israel, Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. That's how you do it. You can't get the bump of your gums talking about what the hell you want. What do you want? Domino's pizza? What you want? Papa John's? Something that's just going to feed you up for a small minute at a time. A very small tidbit of time when you talk about real life. And it only benefits you, dum-dum. And the other nations sit around and eat off of it. They enjoy the sword destruction of Israel. They enjoy it, man. Like I said, you ain't heard African American on you ain't heard. See, what they don't understand is these words are gonna continuously be changed so that way we never come together. Whether it's Black, African American, all these things, we just pan all these things all these proverbs and bywords that they call us. The Lord said that's who we were gonna become, man. That's right. Because of our what? Disobedience to the law, statutes, and commandments. Right. We're gonna lose. But thank the Most High in Christ that we got brothers like Commanding General YAHANNA and the generals who are telling us these things so we can pass it down to our generations, man. That's all. That's it, man. Read on, Ayathan.
Verse 21.
Go ahead.
And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
Go ahead.
Verse 22. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endured to the end, he that endured to the end, he that endured to the end, he that endured to the end.
So guess what? You got to go to the end. Read on.
Shall be saved.
Come on, man. You're going to have to deal with some adversity. You got to deal with a little bit of fight, but you better learn how to move like a snake. Y'all remember that damn book? You better learn how to bob and weave in here. Right. But you can only learn how to bob and weave once you understand who you're fighting against and what you're fighting for. I pray you understand. Mark 8:38, Barbara Shaw. Come on. Book of Mark 8:38. Bunky, y'all. Don't you do that again.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 8 and verse 38. Whosoever therefore shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adulterous and sinful generation,
Go ahead.
of him also shall the Son of Man be ashamed when he cometh in the glory of his Father with the holy angels.
Somebody break that down for me. Somebody break that down for me. Come on.
Meaning that it says, whosoever shall be ashamed of me and of my words in this adult, like being ashamed of his words. Envy not thy oppressor. Love thy brother. Don't celebrate these pagan holidays. You're ashamed of that, so you do erect a Christmas tree in your house, or you choose to hate your sister or brother. You choose to say, "Oh, you only have one wife," because you're afraid of the backlash.
Right.
These are all Christ's words. So if you're ashamed of that, then when that sky cracks, just know that you're gonna get that same treatment.
Facts.
There you go. When the holy angels, that's what it's talking about. When that day comes.
Like my sister said, it's right in your face the facts. Right. You ain't ashamed to be gay.
Right.
Huh? You chuck your shield in.
Right.
Them Christian be at church, they be at the slave, just big old cross on, just all in your face.
Right.
Huh? They ain't afraid to be gay. You got same-sex couples out here adopting kids. They ain't ashamed, huh? I'm talking to Maria this morning, just saying, like, here go the truth, right? You got the truth up here, right? And what happens is, because people are ashamed of try to come up against the truth, they try to place your value right here, right? And if you're not careful, instead of you trying to get here and live to this truth, guess what you'll try to do? You're gonna try to shut them up. The real truth is, the hell with them.
Right.
Huh? What they gonna do for you down here? This is what we want. We got to get to here. We dumb ourselves down. We trim our ways to appease the people that sin and would be gay behind closed doors, man. What? We trim our ways for people who raise up Christmas trees and sing old Christmas tree with lights on it. We trim our ways for people who eat glizzies out in the open, bun, y'all, with no bun. Huh? We trim our ways to brothers that don't listen. They don't even want women no more, bunk, y'all. They want to sit off home and masturbate all day. You get what I'm saying? You got something to say about brothers who change their lives, but brother, you sit at home and all day,
right,
playing Madden. And here you learn how to be revolutionaries and how to fight for your people, man. How to really get it out the mud. And so lucky for my vocal language, but you put this in. You did this. Yeah. that brother, yeah. Your fault. Give me Deuteronomy 28:1, Baba Kushaw. They won't get up out of here. Like I said, the law is the only way that we win, man.
That's right.
Oftentimes we go in Deuteronomy 28, and we read verse 1 and we jump down to 15, right? Mm-hmm. But let's do something. Look, y'all mind? I want to get through this right here. Let's start at 28:1, Baba Kushaw. Who got it?
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
Now remember, the topic for the night class is we keep the law, we win, right?
Right.
Come on, read the ayathon for me, Baba Kushaw.
Come on. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and do all his commandments,
Go ahead.
which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
He'll do what?
Set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Now, don't that sound like a win? But what has to happen first? We have to obey what is asked of us. You understand? That's what we have to do. We have to obey what is asked of us to win, correct? All right, so let's see what happens once we obey, because usually we'll drop down to 15, right, Monkey? Y'all?
Right.
So let's do this. Let's read verse 2 though, Ayathan.
Verse 2. All these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
Now, could you imagine that? You get one blessing in your life. Let's say you mess around and what our people consider to be a blessing in the earth today.
So like a promotion at the slave.
Oh,
at the
okay.
job.
You get a promotion from the slave at the job, right? So you thinking yourself, all right, man, that's such a blessing to the Lord. Oh man, Jesus, you're full of it, right? But let's say you get the blessing at the job. Then you get the bonus. Now you get the seat in the corner office that you always wanted. What if you're able to get that radio that played the music that you like? You know what I'm saying? Your favorite radio station coming. You on the way home and somebody had you a box of donuts. You understand? You're on the way home and it just all comes together. That's what this is saying. So we serving the Lord. Your life is gonna be something that just comes together. Like you gonna have so much going on. You be like, you know what? It got to be the Lord.
Right.
It got to be the Lord. You're winning. What else will begin to happen if we hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God? Read the next verse, Ayathan.
Come. Blessed shalt thou be, verse 3. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field.
So not only will you be blessed at the job, Bunky, y'all, you're gonna be blessed no matter where you go.
Right.
Whether you in New York, Humpacrat, Alabama. Huh? Don't nobody ever, you'll never consider that. You'll never think about what you can actually gain once we be obedient to the Father. Right. You understand? We don't even consider that. Like the only thing you thinking about is what it is that you want all the damn time. What if you just actually thought about what does God want for me? 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. What is it that God wants from me? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What if you just did it? You walk around with that what would Jesus do damn thing on your damn wrist?
That's right.
You remember that?
Right.
Everybody had them what would Jesus do bands?
Right.
Why they got a blunt in the hand with it, Buck, y'all? You got a blunt in your hand, and you got what would Jesus do around on the what you call the little thing, little rubber thing, little wristbands. I know that Howard Shaw wouldn't do that.
Right.
You don't consider at all what can actually happen to your life if you really begin to serve the Lord. Right. And better yet, you don't even consider what can happen to the people who are told that they are nothing in the earth if you begin to serve the Lord. I had a phone call earlier from a sister. She said, I asked her what she married. She said, Con. She said, now my eyes are beginning to open to what the truth is. She said, I'm sharing it with my husband. God damn, boy, that's heavy right there, man. You understand? That sister said, she ain't bringing him no headache, Kawal. You understand? She ain't bringing her no goddamn loud mouth. She said, I couldn't wait to share this with my husband. I'm listening. I'm like, what? What is your wife bringing you? Your socks? Headaches, bills, bull crap. A goddamn headache. You know what I'm saying? That sister told me she heard these classes and she started introducing this to her husband. She said, her husband, just call him and see what happened, baby. Got the matter, boy. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna change that whole entire household and what happened to those kids. Those blessings are coming your way. You learn to be obedient. Read on, Ayathan.
Verse 4. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Fruit of what?
thy body.
Now I'm going to drop it off right here, all right? We have to begin to keep the law so we can win, so we can what? Read that verse again, Ayathan.
Come on. Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Go ahead.
And the fruit of thy ground.
Uh-huh.
And the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind.
So what is, go ahead, Salaki, I didn't mean to cut you out, brother.
Salaki. And the flocks of thy sheep.
What is this saying? What is this saying? If y'all online, before we get up out here, I want to answer from everybody online. What is this saying? Read it again strong for them so they can hear you.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 4.
Come on.
Blessed shall be the fruit of thy body.
Go ahead.
And the fruit of the ground, of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep.
What is this saying? What is this saying? If you've been in class with us tonight, I want to know, what is this being said? Why is this being said? Come on, Bunk, y'all.
So, like, if I may, sir, you know, the Most High is just basically telling you that if you want to win, all you got to do is be obedient.
If you want to win, this is how you do it.
That's right.
Your seed gonna be blessed. The flock of your cattle, your work, your efforts, everything that you put into this thing, you got it. You're gonna have some. It's gonna be something special. We are the greatest people that's on the face of the earth. And they lie to us, they try to trick us, they show us all type of things to pull us to and fro, have us confused about who we are and what we should be doing.
Right.
And if you really want to know the truth, we keep law, statutes, and commandments. And keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is the only way that we win.
Right.
It's the only way. Right. And with that, I'm going to turn the class over and preach the power of the Lord. I.S.U.P.K. Oh, Bunky, y'all. Who the guard? Oh, Bunky, y'all. Come on.
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. The book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21. The book of Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew. It's pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation, we have the Feast of Dedication, or Hanukkah, which is the 25th day of the 9th month. By the span of 8 days, that's this Saturday, December 17th. According to the first Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Barakatah, Yadamatah, Sar, turn and face the sisters. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shema Ba'ashim Yahushua, Yadamatah, class dismissed.